Hello guys, today we are going to start tenses. So let's start with present tense. So this video is going to be very short, and in short I will be explaining you everything. So let's start with present tense. Before present tense we need to understand certain few things. See, we need to understand about helping verbs. We need to understand how we can form negative sentence, interrogative sentence, and then finally we will be understanding why and how we can use tenses. So first of all, let me clear you that tense has two things. First is time, sorry, there are two things which are there. So first is time and the second one is tense. So on the basis of tense and time, we simplify tenses into 24 categories. Why 24 categories? Because there are four types of work. Like there are four tenses kind of work, right? Work done. So there is four type of work and there is three types of time, which is, and we when we multiply these two, so we get 12. There are 12 tenses in the English language. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, talking about helping verb. So see, there are three types of families of helping verb: to be family, has family means to have family, and to do family. So in to be family there is am, is, are, was, were, and this am, is, are is used in present. Okay, and this was, were is used in past tense, present tense and past tense. In which tense it is used? So see, to be family is used in v plus ing, in v plus ing sentences, like continuous sentences. Present continuous, because they are used in present, so they will be used in present continuous. So remember this point, that to be family is always used with v plus ing, and with present tense a, am, is, are used. Okay, and was, were is used in past, and obviously because of this they are used for the verb plus ing. Now to have family is always used in perfect tenses. Okay, and in perfect tenses also, to have family is used with v3. Okay, v3 is used with to have family, and had is used only for past, and has or have is used for present tense, means present perfect and past perfect. Let's move to the to do family. See, to do family is also a kind of, what we can say, a replacement for these. Okay, to do family is kind of replacement for these. But see, we can also use is, am, are, was, were in present simple present tense also, and simple present tense and simple past tense. But why? And we usually use them in v plus ing form, like continuous tenses. In indefinite also we can use that. How? Let me give you an example. Like Ram was a teacher. Ram was a teacher. Here, what is the sentence? Sentence is simply a subject plus object. Ram was, so subject plus verb. Here verb is bus, this auxiliary verb. There is no main verb, but then also there is verb and ing. So this is what simple present tense. Simple past tense, Ram was a teacher, I said, right? So it is simple past tense. Uske baad we have to have family. So I have told you that to have family is used for what? To have family is used for present and past tense. Which tense? Present and past time. Which tense? That is for v3, means perfect tense. To do family is kind of, what you can say, replacement for negative and interrogative sense. So to do family is used for negative and interrogative sentences of indefinite tenses. And which indefinite tenses? Present and past. If we talk about present tense and if we talk about past tense, then we have indefinite, negative, indefinite and negative sentences. I will give you example, don't worry. Now let us talk about Where to use have, where to use had, to be family and to do family, all those. So see, had is used with all of the thing, okay. Had is used for everything, but have is only used for I, you, they, we. Has is used for he, she, it. Then was is used for like in the past tense, was is used for I, was is used for he, she, it. And now am is used for I in present indefinite or present continuous, and is used for he, she, it in present continuous or indefinite, and are is used for we and they and you. Okay, next, what is used? Did is used for I, you, they, we, and do is used for them in present, and did is used for them, he, she, it, and does is used for them in present. Okay, I think you understand till here. Let's move to the present tense now. Talking about present tense, in present tense also, what do we have? We have simple present, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Okay, now before telling you about present tenses, just look here. Understand what I am telling you. See, first of all, there are two types of sentences we can make. Okay, sorry, there are four types of sentences that we can make in our English grammar. So, what are those? First one is assertive or simple positive sentences. Second one is negative sentences. Third one is interrogative sentences, and fourth one is interrogative sentences, means interrogative plus negative sentences. So what I'm telling you, just look at here. See, we can form interrogative first of all, listen to me. We can form negative sentences by adding not, and for negative and for not, after what? Helping verb could be do, helping word could be have, or to be family. Okay, and how we can form a interrogative sentences? We can form interrogative sentences just by using contraction of verb, like did you eat? Did you eat is one sorry, didn't you eat is the one sentence which is negative, but we used contraction of verb here. And like, haven't you read this chapter? Or you can use, like, you can add not over here, and you can use that. This is interrogative sentences. Okay, and if I talk about only interrogative sentences, just you have to do what? You have to transfer this helping verb to the first of the sentence, and whatever you will be left with, those all will be a negative interrogative sentences. I hope you understand. And when you have to form an interrogative plus negative sentences, then what you have to do is form a simple sentence. Okay, then form a simple negative sentence, then transfer this have here, means transfer this have here means to the top of the sentence, like first of the sentence. Okay, like, haven't you read this chapter? We will form like, you have not read this chapter, you have not read this chapter. And when we transfer have to the front, well, what we'll get, have you not read this chapter? This is one way we can make this, have you not read the chapter. And second way is by using contraction of verb, like here what I have used. Okay, I hope you understand till here. Simple present tense. Simple present tense we use usually for telling what happens regularly, universal truth, state or condition, or about thoughts, opinions, instruction, belief, all those things, like sun rises in the east, God is, God exists in the world. This also a what? Simple present tense. And when we want to say about something which happens regularly, like habit. Okay, so habit, we can use, for that matter, what we can say, like for example, we brush teeth every day. Okay, we brush teeth every day. We go to a morning we go to a morning walk every day or regularly. Then what is there? Next is present continuous. Present continuous tense is used for something which happens now and may happen in the future. Means it is happening at the time of speaking. It is happening at the time of speaking. Simple past was that it is happening regularly. Means it's not happening, I'm sorry, but it happens regularly. We don't know the timing of it, but it happens regularly. And about universal truth also you can use that. Okay. And if we want to talk about present continuous tense, then it is happening at the time of speaking. Okay, it is happening at the time of speaking. That is why it is continuous. What do you mean by continuous? Continuous means something which is happening. Okay, something which is happening. And simple means what? Just a simple sentence. Simple sentence consists of subject plus verb plus object, and that is it. The structure of simple present is also that simple. Okay, what we use here is subject plus verb plus or s or es, or also there is some cases in which we don't use them. In plural noun cases, in singular noun we use s or es. Okay, and singular pronoun or noun. Talking about next is present perfect. Present perfect is kind of what you can say, when time is not finished. Like present perfect, what you are saying, like present time is present, but thing is work is perfect. Work is perfect means work is 100% done. Work is 100% done. So what you can say, when time is not finished, therefore present means when time is not finished, means time is not finished. That is why it is neither past neither future. If time was finished, then it would be past, and if time was not finished, like it happens in the future, then it would be present. Future. But if time is going in the present only, then it would be present. And I'll give you example, don't worry. And if the work done is perfect, 100% done, then it would be perfect. Okay, it would be perfect. Like for example, let me give you some example. I have done my homework. I have done my homework means I have done my homework. Here, work done is completed, but have shows thus that this work has been started in past, but is completed in present moment. Okay, it has been started in past, but it has been completed in future. Okay, sometime in past, it has been started sometime in past, and is still continuing now. It's still continuing, not now, but it's still continuing. And then at some point of time, has been completed, means started in past, completed in present. I hope you understand. Now for example, I have walked in park. This is park. Walked in park. I have lived in Chandigarh all my life. This thing. And the second usage of this is to show something for which the time is unspecified. Like for example, she has visited them recently. Yes, he had just left. She had visited them recently, or she had visited them more often. So she had visited them more often. Here we don't know the time, because more often shows us that time is unspecified. But time is unspecified means this work has been completed in present, but how many times, it's not specified. Okay, so that's why we use. But simply, if you want to learn how to use or when to use present perfect, then just you learn that first of all, time should be present, means it has been started in past. Some action that started in past and is still continuing, not continuing, it's completed in present. Okay, now next is present perfect continuous. Now here we are having the word perfect and continuous both together. What do we understand? Present perfect means what? Present is this time, perfect is the work done, means 100%, and continuous means it is ongoing. Continuous and perfect both are together. So what we can understand by this? We can understand that something was happening for a fixed limit of time. Like something was happening between fixed limit of time, and it was continuing in that duration. And it was fixed. Okay, matlab from here in past it started, it's still continuing in present, and some point of time it will be completed. So we got the feeling of present, like it was started in past, it's still continuing in present, so that says that it is present tense, and it's still continuing in present, and in present only it get finished. Task get finished, or task is completed in present tense only. So what we can say that it began in past, continuing in present, completed in present after a certain time of certain period of time. And at certain period of time we give stress, we give stress to the period of time, because when we are talking about present continuous, then we don't give stress to the period of time for which it continued. It just started at the time of speaking, like it started at the time of speaking. But in perfect continuous tense we say that it started in past, continuing in present, and is completed at after certain period of time. And certain period of time is very clearly mentioned in that, should be mentioned in that, must be mentioned in that. Okay, I hope you understand. Some examples are: I have been walking for 2 hours, I have been living in Delhi since my childhood, she had been doing this work since morning. So these are some examples in which we use continuous and perfect feeling in the present, which shows that it is present perfect continuous. And also it stresses about the period of time for which it is continuing, and then afterwards, after period of time, it has been completed. I hope you understand. Next, talking about past tense, in past tense we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So I think till here I have explained you, so I would be able to explain you afterwards too. Okay, so listen to me. First of all, let me talk about V forms. There is 3 types of V forms, and also grammarian or certain books, you'll see that there are 5 forms of words. So those 5 forms are just in V4 we used to add ing to the base form, which is V1, and in V5 we used to add s or es to the base form, which is V1. So V4 is just V1 plus ing, and V5 is just V1 plus s or es. Now there are some examples given. There are some regular verb in which ed or ed is added in V2 and V3, and base form is V1. And some there are irregular verbs which go just as they want, like there is no restriction on the V2 and V3 forms, so they go just as the way they want. Okay, so like for example, regular verbs are walk, walked, talk, talked, put, cut. These are some examples. And go, went, gone is irregular. Some more example you can take, like for example that of eat, ate, eaten, right? These are some examples of irregular verb. Now talking about next is simple past. Simple past is the work done which has been completed in past. In past, what is it written? In past, it has been completed in past. And what? Before now means before present moment it has been completed. At some point in time, at some point of time in past, it has been completed, and we don't know the time. That is why it is also known as indefinite. And similarly in present tense also, we don't know the time when it was completed. We don't know whether it is 2 p.m, 3 p.m, 4 p.m, but it was in present, so that's why we told it as present tense. But and to show the regular actions also, we used to say that, so it's kind of, you can say, unique. And the next one is simple past. So simple past is just simple. It is used to show those actions which has been completed past. We don't know the time, so that is the thing. Now past continuous is very easy. Past continuous is the tense or a work which is continuing, and it is this action was started in past and is continuing in past. Okay, it was started in past, is continuing in past, but in this we don't stress period of time. Mind it, we don't stress period of time in past continuous, or rather we say present continuous. Now next is past perfect. Example you can take, I was walking, like it was started in past and it was continuing in present. We don't know whether it has been completed or not after certain period of time, because period of time is also not given in this. Okay, if we give period of time, we should change that perfect tense, sorry, present past tense into past perfect continuous. Okay, there's no restriction for changing that. Rather we can, like, basically it's more preferable or more appreciable to use present continuous, perfect continuous, for stressing over a period of time for which the action was continuing. Now next is past perfect. Past perfect, simple, 100%. What do you understand by perfect? Perfect is just which is 100% done. So past perfect means the action that were completed before, before some point in the past, means before some point in the past it was completed. So, and it is also used for another purpose. What is another purpose? It is used to show those action which was completed before another action. Like for example, one action is that I came, right? I came or I arrived in the house. One action is this, and the second action is they had completed eating, or we can say they had eaten the dinner. Okay, so what I can say by connecting those two sentences, I would say when I arrived, they had completed the homework, or we can say when I arrived, they had eaten the food. So here what we are saying that one action, before one action, that action was completed, and that for that action which was completed before another action, we use what? Past perfect. So for two purposes it is used. First, so that before certain point of time action was completed, and in past only. And in for second, what we say, the action which was completed before another action in the past, for that action we use past perfect, and that another action, for that we use simple past only. Like for example, one more example is, I had walked in Central Park when I visited New York. Means when I visited New York, I had when I visited New York, Rinky had left the party. Simple example, you can say that when he came, when bell rang, teacher had completed his explanation. Okay, so teacher had completed his explanation before bell rang, like that also you can say. Now next one is, and it is also known as past and past. Why? Because it is a certain thing which happens before certain things. Means like for example, it is present, and it is first action which had happened, and it is second action. So this action was completed, and afterwards a second action happened. So before the second action, the first one, which is past in past, so for this action we use past perfectly. For example, first of all, we ate food. Okay, now we have completed eating food, so we had eaten food. Now for example, he came. So when I'm telling you in the present, so this would be the sentence would be, when he came, they had eaten dinner, or they had eaten the food. John had gone out. This is also example of present perfect. He seen. And I've just told you, to make interrogative sentences, you just have to transfer the helping verbs to the first of beginning of the sentence, and also you have to transfer the helping word just to the beginning of the sentence. And if you want to change it into negative, just put not after helping verb. And if you want to change it into interrogative, what you have to do is, after subject add not, and form the simple interrogative sentence, and just put not after subject. After subject you have to put not, Okay, after subject you have to put not, and that is the craze. Like for example, let us try to make a certain past perfect sentence which is intro negative. So I'm talking in Hindi now. Okay, uh, see, I will be talking in Hindi for just to tell you any sentence which I can convert into past perfect tense. So let me tell you. उसने वो काम नहीं किया, क्या उसने वो काम नहीं किया, what will do here. First of all, it is क्या उसने काम नहीं किया, means it is interrogative sentence. What will we say? Was he, let's take male, masculine gender. So was he uh, was he not done the work, was he not done the work, sorry, had he not done the work, had he not done the work will be the correct sentence for past, because it's past. So now next we'll be learning about past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous, something which started in past, continued in past for certain period of time, and that period of time we stress upon that period of time. Past perfect continuous is also used for representing those actions which were interrupted by another action. Like when they were eating, I came. Like when I came, they were eating. So they were eating was a continuing action, and when I came was just interrupted in this action. Okay, I was eating when I came, they were eating when I came. So I came, this one is interrupted action which interrupted in this action. Okay, what is the difference between past perfect continuous and past continuous? So past continuous is used to show those ongoing action which started in past, continuing in past, and past perfect continuous is used for those actions which started in past, is continuing in present, and was completed after certain period of time, and to use or to stress upon that period of time we used to say past perfect continuous. Because if there is no time mentioned, period of time mentioned, then we can easily use past continuous. Okay, I hope you understand. Now we are going to talk about next tense, which is future tense. Future tense, future tense is the tense for like action which happens in the future. Also of four categories: future perfect, future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous, right? So talking about future simple, simple future or indefinite future. So it is used for doing some prediction, some spontaneous decision that you take. Like for example, when you suddenly say that, when you, like for example, just imagine uh, you all are going on a trip, and suddenly you said, you suddenly said at certain point of time, at that time you say, I will drive, like that. Okay, you say that I will drive, so you say that you will drive. So here, you will drive is a spontaneous decision made by you, so hence it would be in future tense. And also, if you understand the meaning, you will understand that this particular thing will happen in future, and hence we use simple future for that. See, in future tense we use two auxiliary verb or helping verb. So those are will and shall. Okay, now will and shall, always remember in your head that will and shall, these two are modal verbs. Sorry, these two are not auxiliary verbs, they are modal verbs. And with modal verb, we always and always use V1, means the base form of the verb. So for that matter, we will here use like I will walk in the park. I will walk in the park. I shall go to the market. So I will walk in the park tomorrow. Like for example, this is a sentence. I will walk in the park tomorrow. So here, I will walk in the park tomorrow. It's a sentence which implies that you will in future walk in the park. Means you will tomorrow walk in the park. Here with will we have used base form of the verb because will is a modal verb with which we always and always use the base form of the verb. Now for future continuous, as I told you, we always use base form of the verb. First of all, let me tell you what is future continuous. With continuous we always understand that with continuous word that it is ongoing actions that occur in the future and is continue for expected length of time. Like length of time is not being stressed over here. Basically what you have to do is just ongoing action. Okay, in future means which occurs in the future, continue in the future, in future only. Like I will be working means in future it will start, it will continue in the future only. I will be working. Here why be is used? Because will is just a model verb, so it uses base form of the verb, so that is why we have added be to it. And also I have told you that with be we are using v plus ing, and here we required v plus ing because continuous always is in v plus ing form and perfect is always in v3 form, right? So continuous need be family and perfect need have family. So for continuous we have bring be here, right? And talking about future perfect, see future for perfect is any action which is completed in past, future, any action which is completed in future or which started in future completed in future. Okay, so which will be completed in future. So let's talk about the examples. Like she will have finished. Now why we are using have over here? As I told you that perfect always uses v3, and for v3 we require to have family. That is why we bring have here. And also why we bring have here, why we not put will finished? Because will finish will sound awkward, because will always use base form of the verb. So she will have finished a meal by the time I reach the restaurant. See, one more thing which I like to add over here, that like I have written over here that by the time I will reach the restaurant. So this particular sentence is not wrong in the perspective of, in the sense, if you want to say something to your friend, or for example you have to say this word like she will have finished the meal by the time I will reach the restaurant. So this sentence will not be incorrect as such, but in grammarian view, as a grammarian view or as a grammatician, it will be kind of not so wrong but tilted toward wrong. Why I'm saying this? Because there is made a separate group of work or tense which is perfect continuous for that, for stretching over the time. So we will talk about it, and we are going to talk about that only. So let's start. Now, future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous is that kind of tense which is used to show the action which started in past or present or future. Means there is no restriction for it started in past, it started in future, present. I will give you example for all three. So it started in any tense, any time, but it continues in future and is continued for certain period of time. Continues matlab is it will be continuing. Okay, it will be continuing in the future for a certain period of time. Like for example, and for this we use the structure have been. As I told you that in present also, in past also, we use have been and ing, but here we have used will, so that is why will have been. Okay, there also, like for example, the structure for present continuous, present perfect continuous, we have that she will she has been post she has been completing the work. since morning. She has been completing the work since morning. Here you can use has or have according to the subject, but here you have to use have, been, have, you have to use have. Why? Because will is used over here. So I think you understand here, like I will have been working is correct sentence. And let me tell you some examples for it started in present, in started past and future. See, in future, something started in future, so what we can say, she will have been, she will have been working in the job by the time her children grew up, by the time her children grow up. For that matter, what we will use when we are talking about certain future events, so for the another event, okay, we want to show certain, like adding by the time, so after that, by the time she grow up, they grow up means present tense will use. Okay, so by the time her children grow up. So here what we have used something, we have used to represent action which started in future and will be continuing, right, will be continuing for certain period of time. So that is why it is future perfect continuous. And if you want to use certain other things, like she will have been working in the company since, she will have been working in the company since 1995, means from 1995 she will continue it in present, which is this time 2023, and she will become like working in that company only in future time also. So since I have used, which is used to show the thing from like exact time, from which the action has been started. And also let me tell you some example for present. So like she she will be she will be completing she will be completing this for 2 hours. She will have been completing this for 2 hours. Okay, so this is an example. Now also, how we can make, there is a big confusion among students that how we can make negative, integrative and positive, intro negative sentences in future perfect continuous, because it's too big, right? I will have been working, so this is long sentence. How we can use that? See, after adding not, after adding not after helping verb, we can easily make it what? We can easily make it after adding helping verb, we can easily make it as negative sentence, right? After adding helping verb, we can easily make it as future perfect continuous, like negative future perfect continuous. So this is the thing. So what we can make, I will not have been working in the company. Okay, and for making it integrative, will I have been working in the company, and interrogative will be will I not have been working in the company. I hope you understand this is the thing, and we'll be practicing it in the next video. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye.